Welcome to the Stephen Leeson Show with you live from the Scientology Community Centre here in Dublin. And as usual, bringing you talented performances and backstories from multi-genres of music across Ireland. And tonight is no exception as we present you with a repertoire from the Opus Rock show by the Rock Tenors. And this is a rock show with a classical twist, breathing new life and vigour into these rock classics we all know and love. It's a tribute to the legendary artists such as Led Zeppelin, Metallica, David Bowie, Queen, T-Rex and many more. Rock Tenors is the brainchild of Kenneth who'll join us shortly and explain more about Opus Rock and the Rock Tenors formation. So, hold on to your seats and be prepared to be blown away by Kenneth O'Regan, Rob Vickers, Chris Currid and Kevin Wins on lead guitar, otherwise known as the Rock Tenors. Here they are.
Taste the bright lights, but you won't get there for free in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Feel my serpentine. Oh, I wanna hear you scream. And when you're high, you never ever wanna come down. So down, so down, so down. Don't forget myself to include every word. Check you in one within, keep you free from sin. Feel the same that he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Take my hand, we'll rock to never, never land. Something's on, touch the light, heavy thoughts tonight, and the answers know why. Dreams of wars, dreams of lies, dreams of dragons fire, and the things that will burn. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Take my hand, we're up to never, never land. Now I'll lay me down to sleep. I'll pray the Lord his soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I'll pray the Lord my soul today. Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind, I know you heard. It's just a beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Rain of sound, take my hand, we're on to never, never land.
Well done, lads. Absolutely brilliant. Well, folks, this is our first time on this show having the rock bands, and none other better than the Rock Tenors that have them. And I'm going to ask two lads to come over and join me, and we'll find a little bit about the band and where they came from and what happened and who's choosing the songs and everything that's going on. How are you doing, lads? Delighted to have you here. Thanks very much for coming along.
How are you? How are you keeping?
I'm hearing great reports over that you've been doing some recording over the last couple of days and that. Like,
We have, yes. Hey, Steve.
How are you, bro?
I'm a little out of breath. But yeah, we've been here the last 2 days. We've shot a promo and a DVD of a few of the tracks from Opus Rock. So you got a little taste of that. That's actually the opening number from the show.
Okay, brilliant.
So when we do the show.
You got a goodie there to start it.
It's definitely a good start for a show.
Enter the jungle.
So who's the arranger? Who's picking the songs and who's the ideas behind it? What's going on here?
The whole thing would have started with starts with me and my crazy musical ideas.
Okay.
So I love the idea.
You're mixed up in several different genres of music, are you?
Yeah. So I've worked in opera, rock, pop, jazz, everything. And my two favorites, I love rock and I love opera. So I just singing both of them. There's just they seem the same to me, just slightly different technique, slightly. And so I just love when I listen to a rock song and I go, oh, that sounds a bit. I can hear an influence, you know, especially Queen. You'd always hear an influence of Rachmaninoff with Freddie playing piano, you know. So things like that, I just found common ground, and I was like, it'd be great to write write a piece that gets crossed over, you know.
With a bit of a twist.
And the genesis, that would have been around 2008, I was thinking of this, you know, about 2008. And I met a great guy. I was on tour in the States, and he was our drummer. And he played for a group called the East Village Opera Company. And they played classical music. Like, they were a rock band, but they played classical music. And he played some of the stuff, you know. They were a big band over in Manhattan, you know. And they played Nessun Dorma for me, you know. And just played Nessun Dorma. And just halfway through, they just put in a little lick of din-in-in, din-in-in. And I go, and it was just a little bit of Led Zeppelin. I going, and I was like, why didn't you do the rest? And he was like, do what? So I went and did the rest. I mixed everything up from there on in.
So what's that, 13 years it's taking you to get it together then, is it?
Yeah, well, the first one was 2010, wasn't it?
2010.
Okay, so it was, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
wow. Yeah, that's a long time.
It is now.
Yeah.
Jeez, you look back now.
So 2010 was the first time. There was 3 of the songs that are still in the show were written back then.
Right.
So that particular one that we do, we call it Insomnia, the one that has Kashmir and Kashmir and Nessun Dorma in it. I call that Insomnia. And that opens Act 2. Rob sings Kashmir,
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin, and then I sing over Nessun Dorma. We mashed the two songs up. And
unfortunately, tonight, we've only got the 4 years.
you've only got the 4.
of these, yeah.
If we'd recorded 2 days ago, we had the full band. So we were missing our drummer, so we just thought we'd do something different.
That's okay. It's a great sound. Like,
So you have they're the studio album track. So
Yeah.
they're the lads playing. So, and of course we have Mr. Wims, Kevin Wims, on guitar.
I was chatting to him there with the amount of pedals he has in front of me. He's telling me what they all are for. Like, and I play a bit of acoustic guitar myself, but I don't use the pedals. But he definitely knows what he's doing. He has everything covered with the pedals and all that. He feels like, you know.
You call him the doctor.
So he arranges. Kevin arranges some of the songs as well. Is that
So
right?
what happens now? Myself and Kev met about, I'm going to say 2012. And it was for something else. I was writing my own music, and I was just looking for somebody to arrange it. And a mutual friend introduced us. So he arranged some music for me, and I was like, oh, he's really good, you know?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, you know? And I played...
You gave him a bit more of a push when you're talking to me about it. You said he was the best guitar player you've ever seen play.
Well, I've said to him before, he's live, because, I mean, you see guys on TV, but actually live in person, he's the best guitarist I've ever seen.
That's what you said to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. And... it's just not just rock. I mean, jazz. I mean, whatever you want him to play is awesome.
And he's composing some of the music.
And an amazing composer.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of. I think he's doing some work for RT at the moment, and you know, he's a very talented man.
When I found out he wasn't coming out here to have a bit of a chat with me, I said we better give him a good speech and say the way he's supposed to be.
What I was going to say about it's kind of a little joke, a little analogy, and no offense to any Beatles fans. So think of me as a kind of a lost Paul McCartney, looking for John Lennon and George Martin, and I found them in him. So all in one guy. So that's what he does for us. So he kind of takes. I do the original arrangements.
Yeah.
I'd usually run them by Rob.
Yeah.
I'd literally say, I've got this idea. I'd phone him. I could sing it like I did one day from Wexford.
Sing down the phone at me.
I sang over the phone in the middle of the main street.
There wasn't a WhatsApp message you recorded.
No, there was nothing like that. And I said, what do you think? People looking at me, and he's like, I said, what do you think of that, Rob? And Rob's like, that'll work.
Yeah, amazing.
That's cool, isn't it? Like, you know, yeah.
It's amazing, like melding the two together. You know, it's incredible. As you always said, Ken, the rock was like the classical was the rock of the age at the time. Like, you know.
Like I always I look at Beethoven, and it's like best guitar riffs in the history of music. You know.
Yeah.
So they were the pop and rock stars of their day. So we're just bringing their music, you know, because there's common ground. And I think there's a touch of elitism with classical and opera that just should not be there, because it's just chords melodies. It's the same thing, and it's great when you can mix them.
100%.
You know,
great, like, you know.
and it's all about fun at the end of the day.
I tell you what, lads, I'm going to have you back to find out a little bit more, because I want to find out a bit more about you, and we want to talk about Chris as well.
Yeah.
But I want to hear more music for you before we get stuck in to find out more of you. So let's just go back on the stage and do what you do best. And
okay, we'll do a little an acoustic set.
Yeah.
Acoustic,
Something a bit different for us as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
not too loud, but still.
Still got the rock in it, Steve. Don't worry.
Still got the rock in it. So we're all right,
Not too loud.
Go on, lads, take the
All
stage
right,
again,
thank
and
you,
I'll chat
thank
to you in a
you.
bit. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming along. So there we have it, lads. They're going to go on and do a bit of an acoustic set. This is my first time seeing the lads performing at all live. I'm delighted, as I say, it's the first rock band that we've had here, and just what I'm hearing so far is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to enjoy more, sit back, relax. We'll have the lads back, and we'll talk about Chris, and we'll talk about Rob and how geeked in some of the same places and that as well that we were chatting to him earlier. So off you go, lads. Take it away.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these things I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never care what they do. Never care for what they know. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they say. Never care for games they play. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. May it pass. And nothing else matters. I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. I could live my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Don't wanna close my eyes, don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing, and I don't wanna miss one smile. I don't wanna miss one kiss. I just wanna be with you right here with you, just like this. I just wanna hold you close, feel your heart so close to mine, and just stay here in this moment for all the rest of time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Don't wanna close my eyes, don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Don't wanna close my eyes, don't you cannot get away. Heaven's earth, you cannot get. No, no, I can't stay.
Well done, lads. Absolutely unbelievable. And just to think that that's the 4 of them, and there's 7 of them in the band. So what's missing is you wouldn't believe that it can be missing. They're doing it's sounding so good, lads. Like, you know, for as you said, you're missing 3 lads, and you're well able to do it yourselves as well. I don't mean anything bad about the lads that are missing, but it's the voices.
You can't beat the bit of rock,
work,
can you?
You can't, like, you know, it's absolutely superb, like, you know, it really is, like, you know. What? Yeah, I can see that you're feeling the heat as well, like, you know.
Awesome.
That's great. It's great to be here doing it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Tell us about like Opus Rock, like the name of the show and that. And was that the original? Was that where it came from when you from the very start? Or
I went through so many names of the show you wouldn't believe.
Oh, really? Okay.
The first name, I was like, I had this logo. It was called Rock Tenor Legend, you know, and I thought that's dead.
Yeah.
And then I showed it to someone. They're like, "What does that mean?" And I was going, "You know, it's Rock Tenor." I was like, "What's a Rock Tenor?" I'm like, "Okay." So and then I suppose the more I got into it, I tried all the stupid names as well. But the more I got into it, I was looking at like bodies of work, masterpieces, opus, a lot to do with classical works, and it should be rock opus with the correct term.
The correct term is such a
yeah. But because we kind of twist everything on its head, I decided to reverse the title as well and call it Opus Rock, because everything is kind of twisted, and you know, things you expect to hear you don't hear. You hear things you're going to go, wow, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, fair enough. And
so
I just have like here, just taking off like your website, like, you know, you're the leader basically. I think the creator, producer, arranger, composer, designs the visuals and artwork, musical director, and musical arranger.
Yes, up to a point.
Okay, you're taking on a lot for yourself anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, but that's where when Kevin came, because there's a lot of stuff. As I said, there were quite a few pieces arranged, and there were quite a few pieces. Actually, the piece we're going to finish off with tonight was, in my head, was always going to be the best piece in the show.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put it together. I had all the pieces of a jigsaw, and as Kevin described it once, he said it was full of right angles. You know, you'd go that way, and then you had to go this way. You know, so I explained what I wanted, and he just said, "All right, give me a couple of days," and he said, "Just leave me have it," and he said, "I'll send you back. I'll send you back Cosmic Rock." And he sent me back, because at the last piece we will do tonight, he sent that back to me, and so as much as there are a lot of pieces I did arrange, Kevin definitely made a huge difference.
To complement it all.
We complement each other. I come up with really crazy ideas. I mash them up. I send him an arrangement. He'll say, "Ooh, you know, yeah, I'll make that work," which is usually what he says. "I will make that work." You know? Yeah.
That's the answer you want to hear.
That's the answer you want to hear. Yeah, we'll make that work.
Give you the right answer.
I will make that work. Yeah.
But tell us a bit about yourself now, like, you know.
A bit about myself.
Yeah, you're around a long time playing as well.
I am.
Looking
I'm
at
around as long as Ken.
You haven't gone great like me yet, no, but.
Oh yeah, that's it.
But,
Oh God, the Rock Tenors. I was one of the original of the species. Myself and Ken had worked numerous times together in the past in professional, professional engagements and stuff like that. It was great. And the theatrical, I love mixing the rock because that's where I started in. I started in rock. I played all the places down our neck of the woods and stuff like that, Stephen.
Yeah.
Every pub, every outhouse, every in-house, every hotel.
You played from a really young age, actually, weren't you?
I did. I played from. I sort of started professionally when I was about 16 playing. So
Wow.
playing out and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Unawares to me mother, I'd say. But
Sorry,
Mom.
No, he wasn't drinking now, Stephen.
Sneaking a few points.
oh no,
No, he wasn't drinking. He was just playing.
No, it was all good. Yeah, so I started out and I started in the circuit around the country. Other people seeing me sing and they're like, "Oh, come and do an old gig with us tonight." And as it snowballs, and it's sort of a small. Ireland is small, so you get to know a certain circle and stuff like that, And then as we moved, a couple of years on, I was always in the sort of background. I loved theatre, and I loved like musical theatre and theatre, and I love mixing the two. Like the sort of the music with the acting. So it sort of took me in that direction. Someone said, "Oh, one night actually down in Doyle's." There you go.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, in Doyle's, someone come up to me and said, "God, you'd be great in a musical." I went, "Oh, really?" And I went, "Oh yeah, they're doing Grease the music." So I ended up doing Danny Zuko and Grease, and that was the first one for me then. And then we went on and, it sort of snowballed there.
And how did you get into it? Just doing interviews and stuff? How to get into for Greece or for the musicals?
I went along in a biker jacket and sang.
You looked the part.
Sandy, baby. That's what I did. So I had no hair at that stage. It'd be quiff and
I
stuff
hope you're
like
wearing
that.
the shoes. I like the shoes.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
And,
Wearing the pants back then as well.
I have to give the pants back to the sister later on, but that'll be all right. I started in that, and it sort of went professional then for me. It quickly moved into that circle where I started doing amateur theatre, because that's the only thing you can do in the country to get yourself going.
Yeah.
So amateur theatre, then people are like, "Oh, you come and do this show for us, come and do that show for us." And then lo and behold, someone said, "Oh, how long can it take you to grow your hair?" And I was like, a while. He said, "Yeah, come back to me." And literally then I ended up, first time I met Kenneth was in the Cork Opera House. And we did Jesus Christ Superstar in the Cork Opera House. And sort of at that stage, I'd known of this man's name. I'd heard his voice.
A producer or something asked you to grow your hair? Like, that's literally what happened?
Yeah, just literally get it down a bit so they could put extensions in. But lo and behold, this is on my own now.
Okay.
So it's gone through a few different iterations over the time. So that's how myself and Ken got to know each other, and we've been best friends ever since. And
Just want to get back to his hair extensions. I can't let this one go.
Oh, no.
All right.
So here we go, lads.
Okay, so we shared an apartment, right? We had this lovely apartment overlooking the River Lee in Cork, right next to the Opera House. You know, two bedroom, lads. Yeah, so just letting them know.
I wasn't gonna go.
I know, but
details,
anyway.
lads.
So his hair was longish, but they got extensions, and he so he'd look the part. The extensions were right down to the end of his back. Right down.
Wow.
And he'd get up before me every morning and get to the shower first. It was like living with a Shetland pony. You'd want to see the shower after this man.
Hair everywhere.
that's true. I know.
The whole apartment was just covered in hair.
Oh, we've had some great times. We've done numerous projects together, and the Rock Tenors is so exciting. From the get-go, when I first heard it, I was like, "Ken, this is seriously a winner."
He was always the second voice. Like,
Yeah.
to me, in my head, he was always. I was like, I could hear, "Oh, Rob's singing this. I'm singing this. Rob's singing this."
Yeah.
It was finding the third guy was the hard part.
Right. Okay. So you knew exactly what way.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of
I
studio
know
work
what you're
together,
gonna
and
do,
we'd be back and forth. Like the voices always blended, we got for different things and stuff. So
Where do you get voices like that? Seriously, have you?
My mum
Good
says.
sea air, Stephen.
sea
Good
air.
sea air.
My mum says it's
well,
her.
right beside it anyway. So that's.
My mother says it's her, but my dad says it's him. That's cause.
And did you just go for training for the voice like that, or is it just from singing for your years and just?
I was kind of lucky. He was kind of born you know,
You're always going to sing it.
I was always singing, and sang in the North Cathedral Choir when I was a little boy down in Cork.
Okay.
And but I went from doing.
Are you from Cork?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
It's for everybody from Cork. I can do the Cork accent.
I was just going to say, it don't sound like
there's
you're
no
from
problem. They don't know for that.
Cork's a lovely place, yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah,
but back in my day when you were studying acting, they flattened your accent because they were of the opinion. Going to go back to the 90s now. They were of the opinion you can't walk into the West End and go, pick a page there, no, any page at all. I go sing it. So, and that was it. Yeah, like you can't walk in. So everybody's So there's a whole generation of us
That's quite interesting.
have flat
actually,
accents.
Yeah.
I've got to, like, some of my mates sound like old English gentlemen because they've worked in the West. Their accents are so flat and they talk like that. And they're from the north side of Cork because we were all trained at the same time and it was kind of beaten out of us.
Did you say to me as well that you were singing with, was the Irish Tenors, you said to me, and you were doing Riverdance and you were doing other shows like that?
I was in Riverdance back in 2001 and on the world tour. I did a little stint in the Gaiety as well. When they went to the Gaiety around 2004, I did a few weeks there. The Tenors, I've been with. There's been loads of incarnations of Tenors groups, as you probably know.
Yeah.
Over the years, there's a great story about that as well, but that goes on for hours. So I've been in 2 different Irish tenor groups. I've been a member of the 3 Irish Tenors, touring the States, and I'm currently in a group called 3 Tenors Ireland.
Okay.
For legal reasons, they have to
Okay,
move.
you gotta be
They have to
careful,
move the country around, and so for legal reasons,
Because I was asked you before the show that we're saying a mutual friend that was on the show as well that plays with the High Kings. He was on a Riverdance. You were telling me
Brian,
some story with Brian and covering for him, and
No,
you were
no,
telling me all sorts of stuff. So you tell me.
There was Michael Sands. Oh, Mike, good friend of ours. So Michael Sands, he's a musical theatre guy, and I was in Riverdance with Michael Sands, but Michael Sands was doing Riverdance in the Gaiety with Brian Dunphy from the High Kings.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the High Kings then, but Michael's dad took ill, so Michael phoned me early in the morning, and he's like, "Can you come in?" Now I hadn't done the show in 3 years. Can you come into the Gaiety and cover me tonight? And I'm going, "What?" And he said, "I'll sort it out." Yeah, so he spoke to the production manager, and he was okay with it. And they phoned me and said, "Look, we still have we actually still have your costumes." In
3 years.
Yeah,
they knew you were going back.
They knew it was coming back. So they had, because the costume department is in Dublin 7. So they have everything there. So that still had my costume. So yeah, I was all come in. So I just thought it was the same show I did before. So off I went in, rehearsed that afternoon, went through the different pieces, and I'm we're getting to a section of the show that we used to call Rero. And turns out then the Gaiety were doing the old version of the show, and it had a piece called Oscar on Doris, which I'd never done in my life. So they were like, "But you've heard?" I was like, "I've heard it before." They were like, "Can you learn it for tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll learn it." So I learned it. I got everything. I was like, I'm so happy. I was like, got everything right. I've got all the movement, the choreography, everything is good. And Brian, I was on stage with Brian. Brian had this there's a bit of Irish mouth music that Brian was a soloist. So in the middle of this, when the bow round's going, he's dum dum diddly dum dum diddly. He used to walk across the stage. But before he leaves, I have the arm around him. We're looking all friendly.
Yeah.
When I put my arm around him, I put it through the back of his waistcoat and through his braces, and I got my hand stuck. So I got my hand stuck in it, and he's looking at me going like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
So you got every other part right except for that.
Except for that, everything was going well. And just as he was about to go, I said, "Right, just as he moves, take your hand out, and it will look normal." So just as he went to move, I ripped my hand out. 2 feet came up. He went down his arse, and I walked away. I was like, "Sing now," So
the poor chap.
but I've worked with Brian on it.
You got a clap for it, yeah? Good cheer.
Brian gets that for everything. Brian's great.
That's great. Tell us about Chris. Chris was on the show here not so long ago. Isn't that right, Chris? He's over there. And Roisin's watching him, by the way. He was also on the stage with us the last time. I met Chris with Virtuoso.
Chris has a group called Virtuoso, which is just a cappella vocal group.
Unbelievable as well.
Which is
the harmonies and that, superb.
Some amazing singers. And quite a lot of them, which is quite hard to pull off.
Yeah.
You guys get all of them in sync together.
We're absolutely spoiled in Ireland for the talent we have here. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's for sure.
When we go abroad and do different bits and pieces, people always say it. It's like it's incredible the amount of talent that comes from here. And Virtuoso, I've seen it numerous times now online, and I think it's fantastic.
I was blown away by what I seen it here and seeing it live as well. Like, you know. And how did you meet Chris? And how long is Chris with you, sir?
I the first time I saw Chris.
Or when did you decide he was the third piece missing from the group that you were saying earlier?
I would say.
Put you on the spot now. He's looking.
No,
Chris is over there for anyone who can't see. He's like, I want to find.
He doesn't know the answer to this. I heard him singing with one of the Penston sisters, not Leah, in the National Concert Hall.
Okay.
He sang. I think it was Barcelona.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's back when you were slim, Chris. But that
was a dig there, no.
I can, yeah. Paul Kettle Black. So no, but they were saying that she's a beautiful operatic singer, great voice, and he was being Freddie, not a bother to him. He was being Freddie, and I was just well impressed. I was like, wow, some range that So he was very young, like so yeah. He's still quite young. He's only what are you, 29? Yeah.
He's agreeing.
The voice from the dark.
So that was the first time I heard him. I was thinking, wow, he's got some range.
And how many years ago was that? Or roughly?
What's that? 5 years? 6? 5 years, I'd say.
5 years, okay, yeah.
4 or 5 years, I think. And I've heard of him, but I'd never seen him. So there were a couple of singers floating around, and it was just, I wasn't 100% sure what would work with the two of us. I wasn't too sure if it was something like me or something more like Rob, and Chris is kind of somewhere in between. Big powerful voice, but has that really high range that Rob has as well. Yeah.
I heard this even like when you were rehearsing, just started doing the sound checks before, and I was like, these high voices, like, it's unbelievable.
There's not a lot of voices out there. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of that sort of rock comes from listening to it over the years and that type of thing. Like music has diversified so much now. There's nearly like a thing coming back to that now around, I think anyway, the 80s making a big jump back, and like people are listening to those big strong voices again, Stephen, you know what I mean?
Great to hear that.
And that's why Chris is he has that real powerhouse voice, the same as Ken,
Yeah. You're yourself as well, like,
You're welcome, Ken. That's right. It's great to see. It's great to see new blood coming up.
Yeah.
It still has that, that big gusto of voice. It's nearly like a lost art now at this stage.
What do you plan on doing with the recording that you've been doing over the last couple of days? Like, are you planning on releasing the albums, or what are you planning on doing with it? How many did you even record? I don't know.
We recorded, was it 6? I think.
Put the microphone up.
6, yeah.
I was just checking with him.
Oh, sorry.
Before we go on,
you have to think out loud, okay?
I have to think out loud. It's like one of those stage asides.
Exactly.
Loud. So we recorded 6 pieces from Opus Rock. So it's kind of.
But when you say 6 pieces, that's like you include a lot in
well, the last piece we're going to do, Cosmic Rock, is 11 minutes long.
Okay.
So when we say
yourself.
When we say pieces,
that takes an arrangement.
There's a little arc to a few of them.
It's great.
Like Cosmic Rock is
one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of thought goes into a few of them. And Cosmic Rock, I'll just say briefly where that came from. So Mark Bolan, T-Rex, he didn't like he didn't call his music glam rock. That was the Mirror and all the newspapers, tabloids. So he called his music Cosmic Rock. So he hated the fact that they renamed it, hated it, So I wanted to do some kind of tribute because the music from the 70s, especially that genre, is amazing, and it's all like Bowie, Elton John. They're big, but they're big kind of hits from then. They're all kind of space related. Life on Mars, Rocket Man, Star, Space Oddity, there were so many of them. And Mark Bolan just started the ball rolling, all that. I was like, I want to do, homage to these guys. So we put some songs together that were similar, again, kind of with the cosmos in mind. And then I got my main man, Beethoven, involved for the guitar riffs. But the link there is that Beethoven, I think it was the Voyager satellites, those Voyager things that went up in the 70s and 77, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2.
Yeah.
I think they were on that. There's some kind of disc on that with information about where we are, who we are, what we do, the maths we use, all that kind of stuff. But the music that's on it, I believe, is Beethoven's 5th Symphony. I'm not too sure if the 9th Symphony is on it, but the 5th Symphony is definitely there. So I use the 5th Symphony and the 9th Symphony as a link-up piece, you know, so it's sampled into cosmic rock. So Beethoven is in there the whole time to keep the kind of cosmic theme going.
Plenty of thought gone into it, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were saying to me, you write down everything and have everything prepared and the way you want it done.
Yeah.
So very organised.
I'm a very organised
That's why you were
dude.
so
He
welcome to come here.
Yeah.
Paul, wherever he is.
Where's Paul?
As organised as Paul.
Yeah. Paul, you love my stage plots.
He's agreeing, he's agreeing.
He's agreeing, yeah.
Lads, thanks again. Oh yeah, where can people find you or what's on the
Listen,
road
we're on
before we
the
get
Rock
back
Tenors, the rocktenors.ie.
.ie, yep.
You can contact us there. You can find us on the Rock Tenors on Facebook, at the Rock Tenors on Instagram. So we're at all the usual places if you look for the Rock Tenors, at the Rock Tenors. Or you can look for Kenneth O'Regan Singer, or official Rob Vickers, is that?
Rob Vickers official.
Rob Vickers official. We won't mention the official Rob Vickers. That's a joke, by the way. There isn't one.
There's not now.
Lads, thanks very much for
Stephen,
coming along.
thank you.
I look forward to seeing us again, and actually, when I see the 70s together, to actually see us at a live gig. When that gig comes up, please stay in touch as well. Like, I'll be
Absolutely.
I'll
We'll be
to go and see you. Like,
top of the list. One of the first to know.
Sorry, by the way, that you mentioned to me today that for the first day I arrived with only one guitar.
I know,
This
yeah.
guitar I'll have to get you to sign after, by the way, but I didn't bring my other guitar when I was leaving. I was like, this is grand because I'm not singing with anyone at the end of the show, and he asked me, and sorry.
We would have loved to have you up there
I'd
doing
love
it.
to get up and just like,
Stephen, the next time now, right?
The next time, right?
Yes, big time.
Lads, thanks very much. Go on, take
Your
the
Ed
stage.
Sheeran guitar.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Don't forget to sign before you leave.
Absolutely, no problem.
Thank you,
Thanks very
Stephen.
much,
Thank
lads.
you,
Thanks a
thank
million,
you so
lads. I'll
much.
chat to you after. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, lads. Thanks very much. Take care. And thanks, lads. Thanks. Enjoy. Lads, there you have it. They are going to go back on stage just now. They said it's 11 minutes long. I haven't seen this performance, so I just heard them doing some of a sound check. And they've been recording for the last few days, as they told you, and I'm really, really looking forward to the releases of this, and I'm looking forward to seeing the lads live in front of the live audiences when they have some gigs coming up. I'm sure they'll let me know. Lads, I'm going to leave you to take it away on the stage. Thank you very, very much once again, and enjoy.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control
9.
to Major Tom.
8, 7, 6,
Commencing countdown, engines
4.
on.
3, 2,
Check ignition, and may God's love be with you.
lift off.
to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. There's a star there waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile. Let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile. Let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight, 0Y19 AM, and I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, I'm a rockin' bell, rockin' bell, burning up this fuel up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, I'm a rockin' bell, burning up this fuel up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. It's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be and I think it's gonna be yeah, I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Say it's fine, friends say it's good. Everybody says it's just like rock and roll. Well, I move like a cat, charge like a rat, sting like a bee. Babe, I wanna be your man. Well, it's plain to see you were meant for me, yeah. I'm your boy, a 20th century toy. 20th century toy. I wanna be your boy. 20th century toy. I wanna be your boy. Century toy, I wanna be your boy. 20th century toy, I wanna be your boy. Yeah! Well, you can tell a plane in the pouring rain. I've got a Rolls Royce, 'cause it's good for my boys. But you won't fool the children of the revolution. No, you won't fool the children of the revolution. Hey!
I'm coming on to join you, lads, just to say I shared the stage with you. Just because of Robbie told me to come on stage. No, lads, thanks very much. Let's hear it, the Rock Tenors. Folks, don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place. We have Angela Breen here at 7 o'clock next Friday. See you then. Thanks very much, lads. Good night.